Tauruses and Taurus risings. Okay, so when I talk about the astrology, I'm talking about it for Taurus risings, just so you guys know. All right, so welcome back, Tauruses, and we're going to start off talking about your astrology. And when I talk about the astrology, just know I am talking about it in relation to if you are a Taurus rising. So do watch the astrology for your rising sign, and then after we're finished with the astrology, we will go on to your tarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any placements that resonate with Taurus, okay? So, Tauruses. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So, but specifically Taurus rising here at the beginning. Let's talk about the astrology. I'm doing this reading actually on August 12th, so right after that full moon in Aquarius, but we're still going to talk about the beginning of the month there a little. Beginning of the month was probably a little rough and interesting because we have Mars, Uranus, and the North Node all in your sign, in your ascendant sign there, Taurus, which is probably really intense there. But again, Mars is your 12th house and your 7th house ruler. So there's definitely something about your rhythm that's changing and being shifted, something about your life and where it's going. It just feels like your general life path and like what's going on with you is really probably going to shift. You might have had some little accidents at that time as well. So Mars squares Saturn also at this time in the beginning of the month, in the very first week there. I think it's like the 5th or 6th, but something. So, like once again, Mars is your 12th and 7th house ruler there. So, once again, something that you're going to do, it feels like there's going to be just some things getting in the way of your work there. Because, again, Saturn is in Aquarius. Yes, I believe. So, it's going against the grain, going against the status quo for you at this time, like when Mars is squaring Saturn. And you're just feeling like you're just like not about giving your authorities, your boss, whatever it is, your workplace, whoever lords over you, you're like, I don't fucking deal with that. Like, I don't play that game. Like, I'm not doing what you want me to do. I'm not gonna, you're getting in the way of what I want to do and I'm pissed off. Like, you're annoying. It just feels very like frustrating. Like you want to be going certain places, but you feel like the authorities or the way the world is, capitalism, whatever it might be, is just holding you back and you're pissed off. Basically, it's just gonna feel like you're not getting anywhere you want to fast at all. It's just very frustrating, and it feels like no one's willing to negotiate, no one's willing to work with you at this time. Mercury also moves into Virgo in the beginning of the month as well, my Taurus risings. And for you, Mercury is your second house ruler, and it's going into your fifth house there in Virgo. So you're going to be focusing more on fifth house stuff, which is recreation, hobbies, pleasure, sex, children, all that kind of stuff there. So you're going to be focusing on love, recreation, self-expression, creativity. So buying a lot more things that are more focused on fun and enjoyment and things that you want to do and want to buy. Your fifth house ruler is going into its home sign, which is really nice for you guys. It's going to feel very like you're buying things that are more involved, again, like with like things you enjoy, recreation, fun stuff. And then August 11th, which is where we are at pretty much now, we have that full moon in Aquarius and Venus entering Leo. And the moon is your third house ruler there. It's going into Aquarius, which is your, I have to think about this, I'm sorry, give me a second. Ninth house ruler. So that's going to be full moon in your ninth house there, was probably really focused on the ninth house qualities, which are very like, I don't want to say like it can be very esoteric, spiritually inclined, far distance travel, higher education. Where do you want to grow, expand, learn, and connect more? And with it being a full moon there, it just could have you focus again more on. But it's also on. It's like you have the full moon in Aquarius, but it's also on Saturn, so it can feel like a little bit intense. Of like I want to be planning these, really big. Maybe even like you want to travel more, you might want to like learn something new, like go back to school, like you want to expand your life in these ways or connect more spiritually, but it could feel like there's certain aspects that are getting in the way there. Certain like things with communication, technology, things just like, commitments like to like either like siblings, neighbors, like short distance travel, things getting in the way of that, okay? Venus is also entering Leo around this time, and Venus is obviously your ruling planet. And it's entering Leo, which is your fourth house. So you're going to be focused more on the home, buying things for the home. How can you enjoy your home space more? You're going to want to like just, you might even like want to spend a little more time there, beautifying it, making it a place for other people to enjoy and have people over. So fourth house is going to be on your brain with the Venus and Leo in terms of what you're buying, enjoying, and doing. Excuse me, itchy nose, I don't know what's happening. Give me a second. I haven't taken my allergy pill, I realized, the past few days, so I'm like struggling a little today. Bear with me. All right. So on August 20th, we have Mars entering Gemini. And that's a big deal for everybody. That's going to be a big day. Mark your calendars for August 20th because it's going into, Mars moves into Gemini for 8 months. So your 12th house and 7th house, really your 12th house of hidden enemies, of fear, of unacknowledged parts of self, of self-sabotage, all that kind of crap. And your 7th house ruler of relationships is going into your 2nd house of money. So it's going to be there for 8 months, and there's going to be a lot of focus on money and relationships and hidden things like that kind of getting in the way, hidden issues with and expenses like that you weren't expecting, like why is my money going to this, what happened with that. You know, just pay attention to like where your money is going. You might also decide you want to expand and have 2 more streams of like, because again, it's moving to Mars is moving into Gemini, which is a dual bodied sign, and it's your 2nd house. You might be thinking of, how can I make more money? Do I need to create a side hustle? New ways of doing that, splitting your ways of creating income there. And you could also, again, there's just a lot more, again, focus on spending money during this time because Gemini is your 2nd house. Spending money on things you just, don't really probably want to. Just be careful because, again, Mars is kind of the sign of, Aries, and it's very fiery. It's very prone to conflicts and fighting, so you might end up burning through a lot of cash. So just be careful, okay? Pay attention to what you're spending money on. Try not to spend money all the time. Also, right around this time, 21st, I think, is we have Mercury entering shadow opposite Neptune. And again, Mercury is your 2nd house ruler there, and it's going into shadow there. So, but it's in your 5th house. So there's gonna be something about fantasy, recreation, pleasure that is just like getting involved there with, your recreation and just, how do I describe this? It's like, it feels very much like you could be questioning how you're fulfilling your pleasures, your fantasies, whatever this is. It just feels like a really weird time of like, there's something fantastical about how you're viewing social media or your, some aspect of pleasure and recreation that is just not realistic, and you should just watch out for that at this time. It's going to feel like, you're going to feel like really like not grounded in reality with that happening, and you probably won't be, so just be aware of it. On the 27th, we have that new moon in Virgo. So that's a new moon in your 5th house, guys. There's going to be more focus on recreation, self-expression, creativity. And again, this planet rules, the planet that rules it is in Libra in your 6th house there. So creativity and recreation related to income and work, day-to-day stuff, like 6th house stuff is going to be, you're going to, again, like be wanting to enjoy the day-to-day, like add more recreation, creativity, fun, self-expression to the day-to-day, to your daily schedule, to what you do every day in terms of work. So it's kind of finding the right balance with all of that and like trying to enjoy it more while not having it, just be like just having fun, like getting things done still. It's like going to be a way to try to focus on balancing really all that out there. And at the same time, we have Venus squaring Uranus at that time. And your sign, your ruler squaring, your planetary ruler squaring Uranus in your sign there. So your home life and living situation can feel very disrupted by career stuff and family stuff at this time, like 4th house stuff as well, because again, Venus is in your 4th house in Leo. So it's just like this stuff is going to feel like they're disrupting each other there. Like you're trying to get like your home life, your living situation settle, but your career stuff or family stuff is getting in the way at this time. Your family might also disapprove and not understand like what you're doing, where you're at. That kind of stuff might be coming up as well. So Taurus risings, that's really August for you guys in a nutshell. And now we can move on to your tarot reading. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to look at your tarot now. And that'll be nice. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. I think I'm going to use actually what deck do I want to use for you guys? I just cannot decide. I think I want to use this one. Hold on. Yeah. Let's use the, I think it's the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, I believe is what it's called. I like to use this one in the summer as well. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's look at your cards here. Let's also have a little bit of tea or something to drink. All right, Tauruses. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 2022. Where are my Tauruses at? Please stand up. All right. Interesting. Okay, Tauruses. Alright, hold on. These cards are getting wild. Sorry, let me just shuffle these up a little more. I accidentally turned over half of them the wrong way. Now it's kind of a mess. Alright, Taurus. Tauruses. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that was San stretching and making a loud noise. She was like, eh. Yeah. All right. Damn. Okay. Taurus. Oof. You know what? Let's talk about what's out, and then I'm gonna pull cards for romance stuff after, because I feel like you guys have a lot of stuff here. I'm not surprised after doing your astrology. I think your last reading was kind of like this too, so I don't think it's too off. I actually think this feels a little more clear, to be honest with you. So at this time, I always pull the first few cards are where we're at right now, where we have been. And we're right here at this full moon in Aquarius, so I wanted to just kind of see where we're at in terms of all that. The World Reverse, the Four of Cups, and the Hangman are what come out first for you guys. So that's kind of intense. I do feel like there is a major chapter that is closing, and being a fixed sign, it might feel very difficult to go through this type of change, to be experiencing this at this time, and that's okay. But you need to just Four of Cups and Hanged Man. Is he reversed or no? He's in the right position. I always see him wrong. But this is very like I want things to change, and I can sense that this is coming to a close and that this is kind of wrapping up. But it's a kind of like a very quiet, like I have to like sit and kind of wait for this to percolate out. There's not too much more I can do other than see where the chips are going to fall at this point. So I feel like for a lot of you, something major, like some major chapter of your life or something that you have done has come to a major close. It feels like for some of you, like just based on the other cards that are out here, you could have left a job, you could have quit, you could have been fired, but it just feels like you've left something that you've been attached to for a while. It's like it might not even be just that. I mean, like for me, I'm a Taurus. I trying to interject myself into these readings. I actually think that I'll probably end up being more with the Cancer reading as I usually am. Or a lot of times my own readings never really resonate with me, to be honest. But for example, I'm a Taurus Sun and Venus, and my job position was recently terminated, so I was laid off. I don't have that job anymore, and I had been wanting and manifesting to move out of Florida. I've been really wanting to. My dream for many years has been like I really wanted to go and live in New York, and try to make my way there. There's just also a lot more career opportunities for what I do and stuff there. So it just felt like when this all happened and then unemployment does not fit the bill and everything else kind of crumbled, it was like, all right, well, now is the time to go. But it just happened in a way where it's like, this is a major chapter closing. I have lived in Florida for 5 years, and now it is time to like kind of let things settle and then push forward. And I already have, been having to make plans and do all that kind of stuff and figure out, after this month I have to move up to my parents' condo down here, and then from there I have to move up north. It's going to be a whole thing. So, and we'll talk about that in a different stream. If you want to go on Twitch and follow me there, we're going to be chatting on Sunday and doing all types of fun stuff and talking about astrology and stuff then. But I'm just saying my example of just like being a Taurus that is going through some major changing and is in this position, has had this happen where it's like, this might not feel like the best moment. When the world is reversed, it's like that is closed. That is over. You might feel not great about this. It's not the best feeling to have to say goodbye to things, to have to close up shop, to have to leave something behind that you've once loved and know that it is over. But the Four of Cups and the Hangman is a very much like a pause, a waiting, a sitting. I'm aware that things are not what I want them to be right now. I'm not pleased with it, but there's not really much I can do. So I kind of have to sit here and look at this from a different perspective and try to find the positive in it. Try to find, why is this happening? Where can I go from here? And that's really what I get here is like, you can look at this negatively, but I feel like, again, being a Taurus, you're very clearly in this headspace instead. And that is why I love being a Taurus, Sun and Venus, because you can always find the way forward. You will always look for that stability. You will seek it out and you will gain it. You will get it. And because you are going to sit here and not freak out and work through this and make the necessary plans, it's going to be okay. But let's look at these other cards here. So, again, in terms of life, career, living situation here, we're going to look at the cards here. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I'll have to respond to those later. It'll be okay. I was just like, noticed that my phone going off, and I was just making sure it wasn't like an important call. But yes, let's get into career, life path, work, and stuff here. Okay, finances. Six of Wands reversed is your first card. We can't really deny that is there. And when it's reversed, you're not going to feel like there's a lot of things that are very successful at this moment. You're not going to be feeling, because when a Six of Wands is upright, everything is feeling great. You're feeling like, oh my God, everybody is applauding me. Everybody sees how good I'm doing. I'm successful. Things are flowing forward in a really wonderful way. You've moved past any conflict, and now you're on the other side of it, literally having success and being applauded for it and feeling that energy and that happiness and that joy of people recognizing your success and being able to show off. And when it's reversed, you definitely are not in that headspace. It's like, I have nothing to celebrate. I have nothing to show right now. Like, I don't want to put myself out there. I don't want to go through this. And with that Five of Swords showing up as well, with that Three of Wands, it's very like, I don't feel successful, but I somehow have to find a way forward. I somehow have to get through this. There has been a major loss. There has been a fight. There has been a battle here as well. Like when you're not feeling successful and you're feeling like a loss, like you've been taken from, you've been pushed down, like why the hell is this all happening? It feels, Taurus, like you feel you've been backed into a corner and everybody has taken away everything that you could fight your way out with. It's like, what am I supposed to use? And then you remember, I have horns and I will find my way. And because I have these horns. Sorry, I'm trying to, oh my God, these cards, hold on. They're just A lot of cards coming out, so I'm just going to pull a few up so I don't have to keep reaching over like this. They're so slippery too. I'm like, just stay in order, please. Things are going to work out for you guys by the end of the month. I just need you to know that now if you think that this is a harsh reading and that this is dark. It is hard. You're going through something that feels very difficult. Feels like you've been stabbed in the back, you've been hurt. I saw the 10 of Swords come up behind a few of the cards, and I was hoping, I'm like, please don't come back out. And I haven't seen it yet, but it was there. That energy is there of feeling like you have been deeply hurt. You have to find your way forward after realizing that people have probably, it feels like for some of you, like, you're like, these people have talked behind my back, they went behind me, they stabbed me in the back, they hurt me. And for a lot of you, it's people, it feels like that you thought were friends, and you're kind of trying to reconcile and deal with that and move forward from that. Like, how can I do this? What should I do? How do I move forward when it feels like I've been attacked by all these people that I thought I could trust, that I thought were my friends, and now they have taken from me? I feel like for some of you, this is coming across again, like there's workplace drama and issues, and needing to report it, needing to figure out what the fuck's going on. I think for some of you, it's not going to turn out that well. I do think that it will force you to have to move on and find something better, but you will find something better. If you were a Taurus that is looking for a better position, looking for a job this month, I do see something coming up there at the end of the month, and we will talk about that. But you're gonna have to find a way forward with people. Like, I feel like for a lot of you, like being the Taurus, being a fixed sign, I mean, not all fixed signs are like this. I think Taurus and Scorpio are best at cutting people out. Yeah, no, actually, wait, now that I think about it, Aquarius and Leo are like the worst at that. So no, I think that's a Taurus Scorpio thing of being like, this thing is not healthy for me. You fucked it up, and that's done. Like, we're not friends anymore. You hurt me. You like screwed me over. Whatever this is, it's like, I'm not playing that game anymore. Are you kidding me? You want me to what? Like, I don't know. No. And that's really what I get here is like, I'm going to push forward, because Three of Wands is, we have prospected, we've been looking at this for long enough, and now it is time to make the move forward in a new direction. And we have to recognize like where, again, certain friendships and people have stabbed us in the back, have not been there for us, have or maybe where we've indulged maybe too much with money and stuff. That could also be an issue. Don't overindulge on pleasures. Like, don't overdrink this month. Do not overeat and overdrink to fill a void within you this month. You will regret it. It's not going to be a fun time. That's just another little message I get there. But yeah, I'm just going to make 2 rows of this so I stop having these issues. Okay. But you're gonna, again, from that 3 of Cups, 3 of Wands upright, and the 3 of Cups reverse, which, blech, you get that Chariot. You get the Chariot and the Queen of Wands. Where are you going to take this energy? I feel like this is your moment to say, like, okay, what was holding you back from driving that Chariot towards the goals and the direction that you wanted it towards the life that you wanted, that's no longer there. You've cut that out, because now you have moved past that. That has been taken from you. That they cut themselves out with their own actions by treating you that way, by doing whatever they did. You're now moving forward without them in their mind, without whatever that situation is, that job situation, those people. And you're like, how can I get to a better place of power? How can I make myself into this Queen of Wands energy? It's like, oh wait, but I already am. And again, Queen of Wands to me is always like boss ass business bitch. Like, she's creative, she's innovative, she's gonna, put people in line, she's not gonna let people walk all over her, she's gonna tell them like what's what. Like, nobody tells her off and gets away with it. Nobody steps on her. Nobody takes credit for her work. Nobody tells her what to do is the kind of energy I get there. And this is what is the word I'm looking for? Situating yourself into a position of power here. And like, I want to be here, so I'm going to do what it takes to bring things in line to make that happen. And you have this really flowing energy. Like, now that these things are falling, it might hurt. You definitely are in pain. This stuff does not feel good. Obviously, that 5 of Swords, 6 of Wands, that feels terrible. The 3 of Cups reverse, that does not feel good. I'm aware of that. But because those things don't feel good, you have less weight with you now, because you're cutting that shit right off, as Tauruses do. Like, don't mess with the Taurus, because if you mess with them once, they're done forever. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like, you know how we be. And that is how we be. But it's nice because you're finding your energy and your power and all this. You're like, it's almost like once again, Tauruses like will come out of a negative situation like purely out of spite. It's like you can push a Taurus down again and again and again. They will come back up just purely out of spite to fucking destroy you and show you how much better than you they are, and show whoever pushed them down there how much more powerful, strong, mature, incredible, and able to get through this and actually go above and beyond it than the person who put them down there thought they were. And I love that. That's the energy that I'm seeing here for you guys. And yeah, there is some intense stuff here. We have to reckon with this month. We're reckoning with some heartbreak for sure. With that King of Swords, that Three of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles, we have to find a way forward through something that feels like a very cold heartbreak. Like again, whatever happened here in this situation, this backstabbing, this pain, this hurt, this thing that makes you not want to trust people here. It feels like this loss of people taking away from you again, people taking credit for your work, taking advantage of you. You're like, I'm so done with that I am now planning my way forward. Like, I recognize that, and like mentally you're recognizing, it's like feels very much like you're mentally recognizing that Three of Swords. You are seeing that, but you're not taking the emotion with it. You're seeing it for what it is and where you can go from there. And I really appreciate that, because to come out on that side of a Three of Swords, yes, you can recognize the pain is there. You recognize the losses that you have encountered and what brought you to this point in general, and that's why you're feeling that. It can also feel like, for some of you, I just get the feeling you're like, the fucking man got me down. Like this is not working. Like, because again, sometimes I see the King of Swords as kind of like, excuse me. Sometimes I see the King of Swords as like a corporation, a boss, kind of like the man, the government, whatever it might be, of that nature. So when I see that with that the Three of Swords, it can really feel like, I don't know, at least like being an American right now, like I can relate to this, like especially with like, you hear everybody saying right now, like all the conservatives are saying like, oh, nobody wants to work, nobody wants to work. Okay, well, I now have to go because my position like let me go, and they like, took away my position that's no longer there at the company. I had to go on unemployment, and I expected them to, we're in inflation, like rent is the highest it's ever been, gas is high, food is high. You also have to pay for your car, because in Florida, if you don't have a car, like, you're fucked, you can't get around anywhere. So of course I have a car, I have car payments, I have medical insurance. Like, I can't pay for any of that with what they give you on unemployment. It is so ridiculously low. I can only imagine that they literally are just trying to make it so that you're so poor you have to leave the state, or they literally don't care if you go homeless. Like, it literally doesn't make sense to me. But that's just one example. So it could feel like, for me, like, I'm like, fuck the man, but like, I'm not feeling Three of Swords about it. I expect this always with the government. It's absurd, but it is Florida, and it is the shittiest fucking state you can possibly live in. Do not move to Florida. I don't care if I offend anybody. This is a shit fuck state. This is the worst. I would never move back here. Never. Anyways, just a sidebar on the man there. But yes, sometimes the King of Swords to me is like the man, or a harsh father figure, a harsh air sign in your life. And you kind of have to take whatever it is they say and whatever it is that has been thrown at you there. And you're like, I've already been dragged down through the mud so many times, and now you're going to do this. Like, okay, well, I'm going to have to just like figure out a way forward here. I also kind of get like, some people are going to be pissed off at you and upset with what you choose to do this month and how you choose to do it, even though it is best for you and it makes sense and it is logical. People are going to get offended and personally offended by your decisions. So just be aware of that. Yeah, people in Florida are a different kind. They're fucking insane. They're insane. Oh my God. I don't want to say everybody, because I've met some wonderful people down here as well, but like, most of them are not from here. No, this is a terrible place to live. It just in terms of how crazy it is, how dangerous it is, how expensive it is, and how much they pretend it is. None of those things for some reason. It's like, I've had somebody, show a gun, like threaten me with a gun just because like they almost hit me twice and then I flipped them off. Like, please make that make sense, because it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, you almost killed me, sir, and now you're gonna like laugh and like wave a gun at me. Like, anyways, that's just Florida. Sidebar of Florida things. Getting back to the Taurus reading here. Yeah, yes, that does happen. People do beat crocodiles with pans. Like, that is a thing down here. It's not even like a one person thing. Like, a lot of people have pans by the water because that's how you hit a crocodile. Anyways, Florida Sidebars Sunday. If you want to do fun astrology chat, talk shit about Florida and life and stuff, we're doing that on Sunday. I'm not sure what time yet, probably around 2 or 3 p.m. EST or 1 p.m. PST. But anyways, um, so let's get back into this Taurus reading here because things are looking up for you guys. They do look like they're moving up. So I want you guys to know that. I know Tauruses care very much about their security, which is why I put a little extra energy into that when I saw that things were not looking good. So we'll do love at the very end. We'll pull just a couple of cards for that because I think your focus is so focused, like you are so focused on your security right now. You're so focused on your way forward and how to get out of the situation that you're in and where this is going. I just don't think that's a major focus for you at this time. Yes. But anyway, so let's look at this here. So we have Three of Pentacles showing up after that. You know, yes, we have that. We're doing that plan because we left off with that Three of Swords, moving into that Knight of Pentacles, planning for the future, taking the steps. Like, he's not exciting, he's not moving that quickly, but he knows that he has to plant these things in a slow manner. That every step counts. Every time he waters that plant, no matter how long it takes, it's slowly going to grow into something that is real. And I love seeing this transition from like that to the Three of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles, which is the most secure point, which is, Taurus in the minor arcana zodiac. And major arcana, it's, most people see it as the Hierophant. I always associate Taurus with the Empress personally. I have my own associations because I've been reading tarot for like 14 plus years. So that's just, you'll see that come up if it does come up. But I have my own meanings for things, and they always come in differently because I channel, if you guys are just getting into the reading right now. But yes, we're in the middle of the Taurus reading. So Three of Pentacles there. I love this because I just feel like you're building a foundation. Yes, we're going from this three, which is a Three of Swords, and we're like, no, I'm a Taurus, so I'm going to build a foundation on that. Like, yeah, I recognize the Three Swords are there. I recognize the pain. I see it. I see you, I feel it, whatever, but I'm not going to let that control me anymore. I'm not going to let it drag me down, make me fearful for creating new foundations and following what I want to do. It's like you're creating a new foundation, but I love that the Queen of Cups is there. Like, you could be receiving help from somebody in that situation. You could be receiving help from a female figure, a more emotionally, like a mother, a grandmother, a female friend. But the Queen of Cups to me is like, I almost feel like this is more of yourself and your own emotional resilience here and your own ability to work through this and say, I'm not going to let this bring me down. I'm going to love myself through this whole process, and I'm going to make sure that the foundation that I build from here on out is more emotionally satisfying, more emotionally driven, and more pleasing for me. Like, I am enjoying my work. Because again, that came up also in your astrology. You want to enjoy your work more. You want to be more fulfilled creatively and in terms of your pleasure with what you do. And that's very clear that in terms of your astrology and in your cards here. And I love that. And seeing that go from the king to that all the way to the King of Coins, like, you're fine. Like, you're going to be fine. You have the security, Taurus. You always are able to manifest it. You're always able to get to that point of putting yourself in a position of authority, of security, and making it happen. Do not forget who you are. I know that Saturn and Jupiter are retrograde, and especially the Jupiter retrograde in Aries is probably really throwing everybody off because it's just like, do I believe in myself? No, I don't believe in myself. I don't know how I was going to do this. What am I going to do? How am I going to get through this? You're getting through this. None of that shit matters. You're going to get right on through this. You're finding your way. Never doubt a Taurus to find their way out of a negative situation. They will always find their way out. And this is what I want to see at the very end of the month. I was just like, where are they going to be at with whatever the situation is, with work, with life, with living situation. And I love this, guys. We get, let me move it backwards there. We get Eight of Cups, yes. But I expect that to be there because obviously you get the world reversed. So yeah, we obviously are walking away from something. If that has not come up, like, that has been very clear in the painful cards that are here and the needing to walk away. It's like, yes, I'm aware. I'm aware that this is something I have to emotionally leave, and that could be very hard. You're leaving something that you were once very emotionally attached to when the Eight of Cups shows up, and it's very difficult to do so. It's the emotional walk away. It's like, You're going to cry, you're going to feel terrible, but at the same time, you're moving towards the Nine of Cups, which is self-satisfaction, self-fulfillment, and the Ten of Cups, which is fulfillment and love. That is like the ultimate love and joy that you're going to share with a partner, with a family, with the community. And you're getting that, like, you're moving away, yes, with the Eight of Cups. Like, there's a lot of movement here as well. With eights, there's movement. So some of you guys literally might be moving. As a Taurus sun, I'm moving, so I'm resonating with this actually. Like, I feel like I don't always resonate with your readings, but I'm resonating with the moving part so far. I don't know about the other stuff. But Eight of Pentacles and Eight of Wands. The effort, like, you're moving forward. Do not give up. The effort that you put in to get yourself forward and out of the situation that you're in, out of this pain, and to move past whatever is thrown at you this month, you will not regret the effort. You will feel so good by the end of this. I know this is a tough moment, but the pain is here. It's going to push you to your limits, but you're going to come out this so much better. Because Eight of Pentacles and Eight of Wands, like, you're moving. That's literally just like, I mean, I know I keep like repeating myself, but this is all movement. Eights are movement. Eights are progression. Eight is putting in that effort. Sorry, I almost put down the wrong one there, but Eight of Cups, I love that. That's literally 3 eights in a row, Taurus. So 8 is your number this month. Use that to your advantage. But Eight of Pentacles and Eight of Wands, that's like literally keep on trucking, keep putting the effort, do not give up, because you will see this, you will see like a lot of movement here. It can also be that some of you again are being offered a job position where you're going to have to move, and you might not be really excited about moving from where you're at because you might really love it. But for those of you who are looking for that and have been, I really feel like you're getting a job position that's either like a movement upwards, like just in terms of like what you're doing, like money, whatever. It's going to be that no matter what. But for a lot of you, this is also going to require you to move, require you to travel. And I really, really like that. But this is really great, guys. I love this. You're moving towards a lot of expansion, a lot of growth, and things are shifting. Do not give up on that manifesting. Feel the way that you want to feel at the end of all this. Now, I'm going to turn on the AC. I feel like it turned off and I'm getting very hot. So give me 1 second, Taurus. It did turn off, so that makes sense. All right, Tauruses, let's pull a couple cards for love. I know like some of y'all might want to know. We will see, okay? And I'm just gonna like put those guys there. I really like your reading, actually. I know it's tough, but if there's anyone that can handle the tough work, it is an earth sign, and it is definitely Taurus. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo will be like, okay, I know this sucks. I'm gonna fucking pull us through. I'm gonna keep on going. And I love it. So love and romance for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do they need to know about it this month? I'm hoping it's a simple message. It feels very, oh, that's not bad at all. Interesting. Taurus, you might have someone from your past coming back. I would watch, if it is an ex or somebody that you don't want to see, watch out for it. I feel like you're really not interested in a situation like that. Like, there's a lot of, like, what is it, on How I Met Your Mother, there's like an episode where they're like the graduation goggles. Like, as you leave, like, it feels like for some of you, you just went through a breakup or you left somebody. Like, there's some, because I saw the Ten of Swords again pop out, but I just didn't want to. We have enough cards on the table. We recognize the energy is there. We don't need to look at it. But there's been endings, obviously. For some of you, it feels like you've been through a major ending in a relationship, or even if it wasn't a big relationship, like you're done with that. And this person might try to come back in, and like with that Knight of Cups reverse, Six of Cups reverse, it's like, you're going to come back in and this is how you're going to try, like, by whining to me, by coming across as emotionally, like, immature and weird, and like it just feels like whatever this is coming across as like, what were you trying to do here? Like, no, like you've moved on from this, and like this is just whatever. Like, they might be trying to get back in your life because like they see you, you know, changing, going through something, like you're using there, you might use that as an excuse to try to get back in your life, and you're just like, I really feel, especially when Mars goes into Gemini, you're just like, no, like, bye, like, okay, I'm not about that. This is, whenever I see the Queen of Swords, I always feel like she is cold, she's precise, she's like, and again, with her hand like that, she's just like, I feel her just being like, stop, I'm good, like, we're good here, we're good, like, okay, all right, bye. That's what I get here for you, Taurus. For some of you, like, with people coming back from the past, if you're in a long-term relationship, like, it does feel like things are going to work out. You might need to work on like softer communication, and if you're willing to put an effort with each other, you'll be fine. Just, I'll hold up the cards in a second, but for again, like those of you that are like in like a relationship situation or like you're single, I just feel like there's something coming out from somebody here. I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like some of you might have like a confession coming to you. Like you might hear from somebody, or like somebody might try to put an effort with you that you were not expecting, like within this relationship situation. I just feel like with the Six of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and Seven of Swords reversed, there is a reveal. Like there's a hidden aspect of a relationship, and maybe again somebody wanting to put effort into your relationship, somebody being interested in you, is here. Like there's love here, there's romance, and like maybe you're also attracted to them, but you just weren't expecting this, or like them telling you that they feel something for you. You're like, oh, I do too, but like I never really like thought anything was going to happen, so I kind of pushed it down, as Tauruses tend to do, and they're like, that's not going to happen, I'll like just not think about it, it's over. But Nine of Wands reversed and the Queen of Pentacles is there, and I just feel like needing to don't keep your guard so up you're not letting anybody in. Because if there's a sign that gets too used to being single and will not date people because they get so comfortable in their own, routines and being alone, it is a Taurus. I also feel like, let me just pull one more clarifier for you guys, and then we'll be done with your reading. One. Yeah, like there's gonna be some I don't know. Some of you guys might reveal your feelings, but I get that might be what it is with the Seven of Swords reverse, Nine of Wands reverse, and the Queen of Pentacles. Like it could be that you're the one who's like realizing you have feelings for somebody or revealing those. But regardless, the sun is there, so like something is being illuminated here in terms of emotions, feelings that is good, that is romantic, that is lovely. Okay, so don't worry about it. Something good is coming your way. If it's the person that you don't want to date, don't give them the time of day. You're okay. All right. So let's pull a Romance Angel Oracle card by Doreen Virtue. And then we're going to pull a Power Deck card by Lynn V. Andrews. So, okay, Taurus. Messages about love and romance for August 22 for the Romance Angels. Happening them in terms of love and romance this month. Ooh. Why am I not surprised that comes up? Okay. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. And I feel like, again, if you're in a relationship, like that was a very clear message that came up. It's like, just work on it. You're going to be fine. That Six of Pentacles is there. You got to put in the effort. You got to put in the effort. And then we also have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So there's a lot of passion and connection there of, again, like you're having a lot of physical connection. You're attracted to each other. There's a lot of passion between you guys that is coming out. So give this a chance. Again, whether this is somebody new and you're like, I'm not sure if I should give this a chance. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know about this. Like, do it. I feel like there's a lot of growth here for you and the other person. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and you learn something about yourself, okay? But again, if you're not interested, obviously, like, don't date somebody you're not interested in just because a tarot reading said you should. That's silly. But let's pull a Power Deck Oracle card for you guys. Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Messages from the Power Deck. Ooh, Trust again comes up. Is that what came up for your love cards? I feel like... Oh, I saw that one come up, though. I just didn't want to take three, but... Trust was another... I don't know if I just said that. I can't even remember how many cards I just pulled for you, but... Trust was another card that kept coming up. You got to have faith in this situation. You have to have faith in this person. Don't just get in that headspace and not trust that it's going to work out and it's going to fall apart. It's going to be this certain way again. All right, so now you get Trust here, which is number 7 if you're into numerology. In love, there must be trust. Without trust, there is no love. Jealousy is an illness of the mind and heart. Trust lives in the lodge of your innocence. The Heyoka is a warrior of the Native American tradition who goes into battle backward on his horse with a broken lance, knowing that the Great Spirit will protect him. It is this kind of trust that you need. The imbalanced aspects of patriarchal history reside like stone carvings within each of us. Welcome the new aspects of feminine power in your being, even though they may seem foreign. Trust in the ways of the power and the Great Spirit. Trust that you are made of power and live with trust in your heart. I think this is a perfect message for you guys, to be honest. I love this, Taurus. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, those are your messages for the month of August. And if you guys haven't, do make sure to follow me over on Twitch. We do a lot of streaming over there. Turn on the notifications. You'll get notified when I'm streaming games, when we're doing astrology chats, which we will be doing this coming Sunday. What is that? That's going to be the 14th, I think. Of August, and we're gonna do a little like stream and chat about astrology, about life. We're just gonna catch up and have some fun talks. There's a lot of things I want to talk to you guys about, so join in on that. And if you haven't, do make sure to subscribe, leave me a comment, give me a like on the video here on YouTube. I appreciate it. It really helps with the algorithm, so I appreciate it, guys. If you want to book a private reading, I am doing private readings again. I am offering them again for 30 minutes or for an hour. And to book a reading, you can DM me on my Instagram at dqtarot, no caps, no spaces, or dqtarot@gmail.com, no caps, no spaces. And all this information is also going to be in the description box of any highlights I do, and also in my YouTube videos, and also hopefully on this Twitch video. It should be there as well. And if you want to know when I go live, it always goes up on my Twitter at dqtarot, no caps, no spaces. So again, thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of the month, Taurus.